Most people treat their memory like a tape recorder. You experience an event, your brain records it flawlessly, stores it in a digital folder, and pulls it up exactly as it happened. But cognitive psychology reveals something completely different. Your memory is not a reading device, it's a constantly shifting reconstruction engine. Every time you recall a childhood moment of fact or where you left your keys, your brain is actually building memory from scratch, live on the spot, and it's changing, deleting, and inventing details as it goes. The weirdest part, this is actually brilliant design. Once you understand how your brain actually works, you stop fighting your forgetfulness and start programming your memory for maximum efficiency. Information doesn't get stored in your brain. It has to survive three completely different vaults. The first one is sensory memory. This is the raw, unedited buffer. It holds everything your eyes sees and your ears hear, but only for a fraction of a second. When you glance at the passing car's license plate, it's held in your visual memory for less than a half a second. That's why someone can speak to you while you're distracted and you say, "What?" But then your brain automatically processes what they said. Your auditory memory held on to the sound for about 3 to 4 seconds. Second is working memory. If you consciously pay attention, that sensory input graduates to your working memory. Psychologist George Miller discovered this vault is incredibly small. It holds roughly 7 items at a time, and it clears out in about 20 seconds unless you actively repeat it. This is why you forget a phone number the exact second a distraction breaks your focus. Third, long term memory. This is the permanent archive. Though a process called consolidation, short term data gets encoded into your brain's physical synapses. Long term memory splits into two categories: explicit memory, facts, events you consciously try to remember, and implicit memory, unconscious habits like riding a bicycle or typing. Here's the fascinating part: forgetting is not a system flaw, it's biological nature. In the late 1800s, psychologist Hermann Ebbinghaus mapped something called the forgetting curve. He discovered that within just 20 minutes of learning, your brain discards up to 40% of what you just learned. Within 24 hours, nearly 70% is gone. Why? Because your brain is an energy saving machine. If you remembered every face on the street, every barcode, every temperature fluctuation, your mind would be paralyzed. Forgetting is your brain's sorting algorithm. It deliberately deletes noise so it can focus on what actually matters. So, how do you beat the forgetting curve? How do you force your brain to keep what matters? By reverse engineering. The mechanics of consolidation itself. First, spaced repetition. Instead of cramming for 6 hours straight, which overloads your working memory and guarantees decay, space your reviews out. Review after 1 hour, then 1 day, then 3 days, then a week. Each time you review, right up before forgetting, you signal to your hippocampus that this data is critical. The forgetting curve flattens. Second, active recall. Most people study by highlighting, rereading, or rewatching videos. That creates an illusion of competence. It feels easy because your brain recognizes the information. But recognition isn't retrieval. To permanently encode a memory, close the book and force yourself to recall it from scratch. The uncomfortable effort to retrieval is that threatens your neural pathways. Third, chunking and spatial memory. Your memory holds only 7 items, so pack them efficiently. Group random data into meaningful patterns. Better yet, use the method of Loki, the memory palace. Your brain evolved to remember physical spaces, not abstract lists. Associate concepts with specific rooms in your childhood home, and your spatial memory carries the abstract data along with it. Your memory is not a static chest where you drop files and hope they stay. It's live, dynamic muscle. By embracing spaced intervals, active recall, and spatial structures, you stop fighting your brain's natural design. You start working with it, transforming a naturally forgetful mind into an intellectual powerhouse.